floats.
Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
Are we on? We are on. Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. And of course, you know where we are. Working Minds Media Studio. They are now filming for us. And of course, James Kelly is the producer. And I have Sincere with me. Well, everything's very sincere. So we definitely know we have a very sincere guest. Hi, Sincere.
Hi, how
Where'd you
are
get
you?
that name from? What's your name? I'm Sincere. I love it.
Yeah. I just wish I was able to meet the person I was named after, but my mom basically, it was either junior high or high school.
Uh-huh.
She had a best friend named Sincere, and she also liked the name, so she was like, whenever I have a daughter, I'm gonna name her after you, but I never met best friend.
But you never...
Never met her.
Do you have a lot of remarks about your name? You probably do.
Yeah, they're like, it's funny though, when people hear my name first, and then like they want to call me again, they're like,
What was
Justice.
It? What was that?
Charity. I mean, wait, it's always something else.
Truly yours.
Right. So I get that a lot.
Best wishes. I know it's something to do with the end of a letter.
Pretty much, yes.
That's pretty cool. This is like my name, Ninon. I get Ninon, I get Nina, I get Nin, I get all these names. Is that the right name?
Right.
You get used to
You
it.
do. You really do.
You stand there, especially with someone new.
Yeah.
You stand there and you're just like, God, and you're prepared. Oh, here we go again.
Right. Exactly.
Now, Sincere, truly yours. How you name?
Truly yours. I'll take
You know,
it.
I'm going to say something. If ever she was nervous, she sure isn't nervous now because she's lost everything.
I'm good now.
You're good now.
Yeah.
Just real good. See, this is how you turn the temperature down. The temperature comes way down, and you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
No. What do? He probably doesn't even know what she does anymore.
No, I
You're
work
a
for the
singer.
city. Well, yeah, I'm a singer. I'm a singer, songwriter. Been singing and songwriting for as long as I can remember. Grew up like
Really?
in church. My mom always had me like in the Sunshine Band, choirs. I joined choir at school, so music has always just
It's been in your... Was your mother a singer, father,
Yeah.
or your mom?
my mom, my grandma, my dad's side of the family too. So it just runs
Did
through my
they all
blood.
start in choirs?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It all started
I
in
think
church.
that's one of the greatest things in America that I have seen, especially for the younger generation,
Yeah.
that they can start singing when they're like 3, 4 years old in a choir,
Yeah.
and they can find out whether they have. I mean, Whitney Houston, there's a prize example.
There you go.
There's a prize, and
Diane Ross.
Diana
Or-
Ross, I think, a little bit. I'm not quite sure. I think she
I
was.
think so.
I think she was. Yeah, but all of them, and they had this great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You had the same thing.
Yeah.
Now you hesitated a little bit when I said, "Are you a singer?" And you said, "Yes." What
Yeah.
else do you do?
Well, what pays the bills?
Do we have to go there?
Right, you know,
Do
like
we
every
really-
day. Yeah.
Do we really have bills? Yes, we do.
I work for the city. I drive the city buses.
You drive the city buses. What sort of city buses? Just
Oh, yeah,
regular.
like the regular routes.
The regular routes? What? Okay, what route do you have to see?
I do Tropicana and Maryland Parkway.
Tropicana, Maryland Parkway. And do you ever get changed when you do that? Do you ever get changed to another part of the city, or do you just stick to that part?
It's just those. Every like couple of months, you know, we pick our schedules or whatever, and based on what we pick, that's the schedule that we
So
have.
you can actually pick something near where you live, so you don't have to be too far away. So you obviously, I imagine you live around there.
Yeah.
What's it like? Oh, this is interesting. I've never had anybody that drives a bus. Okay, so you're a bus driver,
Yes,
actually. For the city. Okay. When you have all these different people coming on your... Oh dear, I'm getting...
Yes, I'm already like...
She's already laughing like, okay. What's the greatest experience you've ever had?
The greatest experience?
She's got to really think about that one. 'Cause she thought I was going to say what is the worst. No, we're not going to go to the worst first. We're going to get that after.
I could honestly say this. It was a couple of months ago. I was driving the strip. And there was just this writer who was just, you know, drunk, belligerent, starting stuff with people for no reason. This one girl, you know, took matters into her own hands and basically, you know, blessed her a little bit, put hands, you know.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And I was like, get her.
Yes, go for it. Go
was like, get her. Yeah, but that she pretty much saved the day because everybody was like, yeah, because that
shut
was
this
getting
woman
on my
up,
right.
or give her another drink and shut her up.
Exactly.
If she's gonna be drunk, be really drunk. Pass out. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we got that one over. That's pretty. You know, you don't think of that, but I guess if you're not driving and you don't have a car, you really can drink as much as you want to drink.
I mean,
so
hey,
who cares?
Walk it off.
Yeah, well, he was riding it off.
Well, you're right.
On your time.
Right, exactly. Lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you got the gold coin.
Right.
All right, now the worst. Well, no, that was the worst. Now the best. Well, no, that was the best. You give me okay, give me the worst. Well, that was kind of the worst and the best, all in one.
The worst. I've had people try to, lie on people. Oh, they hit me. They did this again.
Oh, really?
They were drinking. Just trying to pick arguments.
Just to pick arguments.
Yeah.
So, as a driver, you meet many people. So, do you find a lot of people picking on people? The tempers are short right now?
Yeah, it always depends, because everybody that drives their routes, they know, especially during the time of the day that they drive, they know what type of people that we're going to be dealing with at
Absolutely.
that hour.
Late at night, I can imagine must be
man.
murder. That must be. Ooh.
Especially when I did Boulder Highway, and we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, Boulder Highway.
I used to. I was like, I need to get out this route so fast. I can't do it.
Get my 3 months up. I want my 3 months
You're
up.
right.
I want to change routes. I want to change routes. So that's quite an experience for you.
Yeah.
But also, you have children? Are you married or any of that
I have
stuff?
A daughter.
You have a daughter.
Just one.
So you're probably keeping. You're a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gather because a lot of young people are single parents.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, but that's just how it is. So this kind of pays the bills and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's get into your side of singing.
Yes.
So how is your singing going and what's happening?
It's going amazing. When we had dropped my first EP this past March,
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so nervous because it's like you sit here and you're like, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that, but it's like, how are other people gonna take it?
Of course.
Like, I know
You're
I
putting
like
yourself
it, but
on the edge
exactly,
there. I do it every week.
Vulnerable space, yeah.
I do it every week. And it's
So-
like, people hate me, people like me.
Right, it's an up and down thing.
Can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, you can't. So, I basically named it Fearless because I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of saying, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then when it's like almost time, it's like, but, it's just like I stand in my own way.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? No, we're putting this
Let's
out.
go for it.
Right, and
Let's
at the time.
open the box up.
Let's do that. And at the time,
sincere
it
as
was
that. She really is sincere.
yeah, I really have no choice.
Don't.
But at that time I was going through a bad breakup, so emotional music makes the best music.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that it happened the way it was
So
supposed
you
to.
wrote your own lyrics to be fearless,
Mhm.
or not to be fearless. Do
Yes.
not be fearless.
Exactly.
Of consequences of life.
Yes.
Because it is life.
Mhm.
It is. You have consequences.
All the
you
time.
have, and if you don't put your life out there or extend your life, you're not going to have any reaction. You're just
At all.
going to, you're going to drive a bus. You're going to feed your daughter, kiss her good night, and then you're going to wake up the next day and she's going to school and you're doing all these things
Mhm.
and everything's happening. It's the same every day, but you're
All the
not.
time.
You're
Right.
not. So this Fearless CD that you brought out, is it a single or is it?
No, it has 5 tracks on it, so it's like a
5
short
tracks?
EP.
And
Music
are
of
the
it.
tracks all great?
Yes, in my
Good.
opinion,
In
yes,
your
I love it.
opinion. And did you write all the lyrics to all of them?
Yes, I did. I write everything in there.
And Fearless sounds like your favorite.
No, the Fearless is just the name of the
All
project.
so you don't have a CD, a recording as of a Fearless
Right, exactly.
lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So what's mostly on it?
What
Is
as
it
far
loud?
as
Is it fast? Is it loud? Is it romantic?
it's
what is
slow. It's a heartbreak.
it? Oh, it's a heartbeat
Yeah,
away. It's a heartbeat away and a romance.
All of that, like it was
keeping a romance.
right. It's so I was like I said at the time because I had wrote the songs like a year and a half ago. So
It's a breakup time.
yes, very breakup time. So like as much as I wanted to do an up tempo, happy this and that, I'm like I'm not feeling that right now.
Really going that
I'm really not feeling that. So I was like, I'm just gonna put this out in my music, and then once I'm done with that, I'm done talking about it. And as soon as I wrote everything for every song and recorded the tracks and all that stuff and heard the finished project, I'm like, okay, I'm good now. Now I can let that pain go. It's in the music. I'm
So
good.
after you wrote all these lyrics and you kind of what you did, you let go of all your feelings.
Yes.
So that did make you feel good.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
it?
I cried writing some of that. So yeah,
Well,
I had to let it go.
I'm a sonnet writer,
Mhm.
so I write in a little different way. Sonnet writer is a Shakespearean writer, and we write in 3 paragraphs. And I've written but a lot of the things I have could be songs. They're very, very touchy feeling and very romantic and
Right.
all that stuff. But you're right, you cry
Yeah,
because it sends you to a moment,
it does.
and you suddenly drop the pen and you look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that time. I remember why. Oh dear, I wish I hadn't said that and I wish I hadn't done that, but it's too late.
It's what it is. Send the music down.
It is what it is. So now we've got all this going.
Mhm.
Where are you going forward? What is in your mind to go forward? Because you've got to have something to look forward to go forward on
Yes.
a track or whatever.
Yes. I see myself just going above the heights. Like I haven't even got started yet. Like I see my songs on like being number 1 on billboards. I see I just have like a big vision. This is something I've been dreaming of since I was a child, and like sometimes things can life gets in the way,
Good,
self-doubt,
things get in
stuff
the
like that.
way.
It does, and I'm like, I can't give up because I don't want to
No.
be older and be like, what if I would have went and what if I would have did this. I don't want to resent myself later. And on
No.
top of that, my daughter's looking at me, so what example am I showing her?
Is she a singer?
Oh yeah.
Oh, how good. Have you done a duet yet? Have you done a duet?
Not yet, but it's
Oh, you
we
got
should.
to. You've
Yeah.
got to. You've got to do that. You've got to
Got
write
to.
one for the little girl.
Gotta do it.
You
I
know,
will.
because don't forget, when you were going through all this romantic stuff, she was there.
Mhm.
And then when you went through departure, she was also there.
Mhm.
So you could bring her into a song of, it wasn't her stepfather because you weren't married, but it was another guy that took replacement of her father.
Mhm.
I'm assuming all this, I could be totally wrong.
No.
But I think I'm pretty,
You're on it.
I'm pretty on it.
You're on it.
I'm on it. So I think we forget that the sibling that we have, the child that we have, we sort of we don't ignore it, but we don't realize that they go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they see it. They see when he comes to pick you up, and they see when you have a row, and maybe you're trying to avoid it from her, and she's upstairs in the bedroom. Well, I think sometimes they think children have all of a sudden gone deaf and can't hear us
Right.
sing. But they still hear it. In fact, a lot of them sit on the top of the stairs and actually watch it.
Right.
Where the mothers and fathers do not know that happens.
That's true.
Boyfriends and all that.
Ear
So-
hustling and all
yeah,
that.
they
do.
want to, because number one, they're inquisitive, and they want to know what's going on.
Mhm.
And sometimes they'll blame themselves for if there's a problem.
They do. They really do. They do.
I know they do that. They blame, and I always had a little girl, 7 years old, and she said, if it wasn't for me, maybe my mum and dad wouldn't have divorced. That's heavy
Right.
words coming from a kid.
Right.
But
That's too
what
much
they think.
pressure.
Too
Yeah.
much pressure.
Mm-mm.
So that might be a good idea. Get
Yeah.
her out there and start singing and do the
Definitely.
whole
She
thing.
would love it. She would
So
love
your
it.
next move is, you're going, so what's your next? You've got this CD out right now, so what's your next thing going on?
I will be performing this Friday at this year's Black Music Awards.
Black Music Awards?
Yes, it's gonna be
Well,
at the.
tell everybody, tell them.
It's
And
gonna
I'll
be-
get James Kelly to edit this immediately so we get it out there. Right, James Kelly? He said yes. This is Ninon, please.
No problem. It's gonna be at the CSN the Cheyenne campus inside the Horn Theater between 8 and 9, or between 5 and 8.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, fabulous.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of stuff. And anything after you're performing any place, are you booked anywhere? Are you going to get bookings?
What I'm looking forward to now, because I've already written. I've already written my second music project, so I'm ready to record that.
Record
next.
that and
Yes.
do that. Now, you have an agent.
Mhm.
You
I have a
have-
manager.
Oh, you have a manager.
Yeah.
What's his name? Give him a shout out.
Shout out to Antonio and Chris Freeman, Blink Show TV.
There you go. Got to
Yeah,
give him his,
of
give him his
course.
stuff as well.
Yes.
And how can anybody reach you?
Everywhere. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on CC. It's SESE_Songbird. Or if you want to go to blinkshowtv.com. My music is everywhere. It's on Spotify, iTunes,
You name it, she's
YouTube.
got that.
I'm everywhere. So,
She's all over the place.
yeah.
And you know something, social media right now, that's exactly where it has to be.
Oh yeah.
If you're behind the gate, you better open that gate up and go forward, because
Yes.
otherwise you're going to miss out.
Mhm.
Because everybody's doing it, and I'm much older than all these like you. I'm much older, and I'm in social media, and I'm pushing it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, not another one. I'm trying to catch up with all this stuff.
Right.
And I get one thing really organized. I'm really set. Something else
Something
comes
else
along.
gonna come out.
And this all over again. trained. But you have to learn it too.
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous. We got a fabulous guest. Sincere is very sincere, so don't forget to check her out. Sincere. How do you spell your sincere?
Just like the word Sincere.
There you go. So you all know exactly. So it's not spelled in some different way. We'll be right back with our next guest. But don't forget to go to YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to put us out there, because if you don't put us out there, I've got to work 6 times as harder. We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care.